HU brings back History Tonight. The NPHC collaborates with student activities to put on a stroll-off between the Divine Nine. The competition hasn't taken place in 3 years, so stay tuned for an insider look.
More updates come on the case that shocked the nation. Minneapolis Immigration and Customs Director faces court following the fatal shooting of the ICU nurse Alex Preddy.
And black film could have a big night at the Oscars following groundbreaking nominations. Many firsts across the community, with Sinners making history by receiving the most nominations ever.
From pirate to pirate, from your home to your home by the sea, Hampton University's newscast. WHOV-TV. Every Thursday in Hampton Roads, we are your voice. You can count on us to keep you updated on all the noise. Nationwide, school-wide, what's trending and what's in the sky. Pirates, this is the only news channel that is just for you. WHOV, the Scripps Howard News Watch starts right now.
Good evening, Pirates. I'm Lathan Dunbar-Keys.
And I'm Victoria Payne. This week, Hampton celebrates the KK Psi and TBS Week, where you can create your own hero and capture villains. Our reporter, Destiny Pierce, has the news.
Fasten your capes, because this week, the Theta Phi chapter of Tau Beta Sigma National Honorary Band Sorority Incorporated and the Nu Omega chapter of Kappa Kappa Psi National Honorary Band Fraternity Incorporated are hosting their ITB Week with a series of superhero-related events.
So our week is across the multiverse, the two Ks representing our organization and the capital TAU in multiverse representing our sister organization.
Over here, we have a couple events this week. Right now we're doing our Create Your Own Superhero, which is a little paint and sip today. But we have a couple more events that I'm really excited for, just like our game night.
With both organizations being focused on service and community within band, they hope to create an atmosphere for band members and non-members alike to let loose.
We also do service to the band and service outside of the band, so the Hampton community.
We want to provide unity and everything between like bands members and individuals outside the band as well, so that they all could come to our events, they could mingle, and they know that we're not like weird kids, like they could actually interact with us and have a good time.
And they're wrapping up the week with a clothing drive on Saturday, proving you don't need superpowers to do good. I'm Destiny Pierce with WHOV-TV.
Check out upcoming events on Instagram at Theta Pi 1946 or NU_KK Psi. Calling all the women leaders on campus, the annual Women's Caucus Scholarship is live. The scholarship will award multiple female students up to $4,000. From now until February 2nd, go to @HU_WC's Instagram for the link to the application. This comes as the Caucus Annual State of Black Women event is coming up. This event calls for conversation, activities, and a good plate. Make sure you look to Women Caucus's Instagram for more information. Good luck to all applicants.
Hampton, I want you to strut. Runway mogul Diva Devana launches her 2026 HBCU tour in February and is ready to pose at our very own Home by the Sea. Known for her poise technique and model walking coaching, Devana is collaborating with the Hampton New Era Modeling Troupe for a class to remember.
And just a good time to be able to learn and observe somebody who has good skills and great background modeling.
Stay tuned on Instagram at newera.modelingtroupe to watch this diva help our Pirates take the runway. Tonight, 3 sororities and 2 fraternities are set to compete for the best strollers on the yard. The NPHC stroll-off begins at 8 p.m. in the Student Center. Let's take a look at the competition.
I'm honestly excited to bring it back to campus. It's been a few years. It's been a long time since anyone's seen it either, so I'm very excited to just set the tone and add a new culture, my own imprint into campus.
So practice was good. I always enjoy having fun with my sisters, and that was what this show wanted to be for us. We wanted it to feel like a more fun type of vibe, so that's what we wanted to bring. And, I'm excited, and hopefully we get out there and win. Obviously, I want to win, so that's how I feel, yeah.
It looks like there's some fierce competition. WHOV-TV wishes every competitor the best of luck tonight.
Up next, talks of a new ICE facility in Hampton. Hear how city officials are reacting to the Department of Homeland Security's request.
And another Nicki Minaj and Trump spotting has the Barbs quiet. Will he be featured in the next album? More after the break.
Virginia lawmakers are currently working to restore the land grant status of Hampton University. Senator Mamie Locke says the legislation would reverse a federal rule that limits land grant funding to one HBCU per state without cutting funds from Virginia Tech and Virginia State. The move would let Virginia join other states that support multiple land grants. The Department of Homeland Security wants an ICE processing facility in Hanover County, and officials aren't happy about it. The county's Board of Supervisors says an ICE facility would cause the community to lose money and public safety resources. The DHS proposed a plan to modify a warehouse to support ICE operations, including holding and processing spaces for undocumented immigrants. The county now has till mid-February to make a decision regarding the future of the project.
Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger is making headway by signaling a new era for gun control laws. The Virginia State Panel advances gun safety policies on a 9-to-5 party line vote. The committee approved Senate Bill 749, which prohibits the importation, sale, manufacture, and purchase of assault firearms. This law includes a Class 1 misdemeanor penalty for violations, and law enforcement and inoperable firearms are an exception to this law. Now, Pirates, with so much happening throughout the country, let's stay federal.
Senate Democrats are pushing back against the Department of Homeland Security funding bill, saying it fails to include required reforms and accountability measures. During a press conference, Senator Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said Democrats cannot support the bill without changes. This is a stand that could contribute to a partial government shutdown.
One end of the country to the other, the American people said enough is enough.
Negotiations continue as lawmakers work to reach an agreement before the funding deadline.
California is the first state to join the World Health Organization. Recently, the U.S. has withdrawn from the organization as one of its founding members. The U.S. Department of State says its reasoning stems from WHO's response to COVID-19, and WHO made a statement that the executive board will look into the claim further in the coming days. The organization cautions that the U.S. saying that the removal makes, quote, both the United States and the world less safe.
Chief U.S. District Judge Patrick Schultz has ordered acting ICE Director Todd Lyons to appear in a Minneapolis court tomorrow. Lyons is set to explain why he shouldn't be held in contempt due to the recent actions of his agency in Minnesota. This order results after the fatal shooting of 37-year-old ICU nurse Alex Preddy last week. There is more to come as the story develops. We'll keep you updated. Reports of a U.S. ICE unit at the Winter Games in Italy is sparking some backlash. Local leaders objected after reports suggested ICE would be present and admit U.S. immigration policies. Milan's mayor Giuseppe Passala said ICE is not welcome in his city, which is hosting the opening ceremony February 6th. U.S. officials say ICE will only assist with security and international crime under Italian authority.
Georgia leaders are speaking out after the FBI raided Fulton County's elections office today over President Trump's claims of 2020 election fraud. State Senator Josh McLaurin says, quote, Fulton County and Georgia are tired of being the target of Donald Trump's narcissism. The FBI took voter polls, ballots, and voting machine data. State officials warned the information could be used in future elections, including the 2026 midterms.
Rock climber Alex Honnold makes global headlines after free soloing the 1,600-foot Tepe 100 skyscraper live on Netflix. The live stream had 6.2 million views, but Honnold later called his pay for the special, quote, embarrassingly small. Reports say it was a mid-six figures, not millions. This sparks debate over risk and reward in extreme sports. Up next, we have our weather forecast. Clouds are still sticking around, so keep that coat handy.
And the snow is not done with us yet. Stay with us.
Good evening, Pirates. I'm Aiden Miller, your weather anchor for tonight. Let's get right into it. As we break into the new semester, it's also time to break out that winter gear. Today brought us some much-needed sunshine with a high of 32 degrees and a low of 20 degrees. While onyx may be turning up tomorrow, the temperature is not. Prepare for some partly cloudy skies and strong winds. The high is expected to be in 29 and a drop to 21 degrees in the evening. The snow is here to stay. There's an 80% chance it will snow Saturday with a high of 26 degrees and a low of 18 degrees. The snow is expected to slow around Sunday afternoon, but you can expect a similar temperature with a high of 30 and a low of 19 with heavy winds. Make sure to bundle up, Pirates. Next Monday, expect sunshine with a high of 38 and a low of 22. Tuesday is mostly sunny with a high of 39 and a drop of 27. There will be a slight boost on Wednesday to melt our winter blues with a high of 40 degrees and a low of 32 degrees. We may get a three-peat of the 3-day weekends. Another wave of winter weather may come through Saturday morning. Snow is coming our way and temperatures will make a drop. The storm from last week is still affecting the country with power outages and pipe freezes. Pirates, make sure to break out your mittens and scarves for this weekend's snow. That's all for now, Pirates. Make sure to keep thinking warm thoughts. Back to you, Lathan and Victoria.
Thanks, Aiden. Coming up, Super Bowl Sunday is getting closer. See which teams will battle out for the Lombardi soon.
Don't go far, we'll be right back.
Hey, it's Kennedy Kaiser here, and I'm here with your sports news tonight. Let's jump right into the Pirate Weekly Rundown. Women's basketball closes out their January slate tomorrow at UNCW, led by Kayla Lozama, who's averaging about 14 points per game. This past Tuesday, freshman Marquise White earned a CAA Men's Indoor Track and Field Athlete of the Week. Softball opens up its season next Friday at the 1868 Classic, and men's lacrosse starts tomorrow against Mercer in Macon, Georgia. For more updates, visit HamptonPirates.com. Super Bowl 60 is next Sunday, and we can't wait. It will be another rematch between the Patriots and the Seahawks.
You know, these conditions, Jim, it's not great throwing the football, but hey, we do what we need to do. Defense stepped up huge. Like I said, love these guys, and we're off to Super Bowl, Jim. Let's go.
I'm speechless. I'll tell you what, this is the power of 12 as one, man. This is a heck of a job.
The Super Bowl will air on NBC on February 8th. While fans are excited to see the Seahawks and the Patriots at this year's Super Bowl, they won't be seeing President Trump in the audience. He revealed he won't be at this year's Super Bowl on Saturday. The big game is in California, and Trump told the New York Post it's, quote, too far. The president also stressed his disapproval for the Super Bowl performers Bad Bunny and band Green Day, saying, quote, "I'm anti them. I think it's a terrible choice, and all it does is sow hatred." This winter storm has officially entered the NBA rotation. On Monday, the NBA made the decision to postpone several games. These games were between the Dallas Mavericks and the Milwaukee Bucks, as well as the Denver Nuggets and the Memphis Grizzlies. Last year in January, the Milwaukee Bucks had the same issue during their game in New Orleans. The NBA released the rescheduled dates for both games this afternoon. The Mavs will now play the Bucks on March 31st, and the Nuggets will face the Grizzlies on March 18th. Star tennis player Naomi Osaka has withdrawn from the Australian Open. She had this to say when explaining her decision.
I first noticed the issue in my last match, so that's why I had to take a medical. And then I thought it would get better, like if I had a break day, but it kind of got worse after I warmed up today.
Since then, Osaka has also pulled out of the Qatar Open tournament. Tennis star Coco Gauff has made another major donation to the United Negro College Fund for HBCU student athletes. Gauff has donated $150,000 for collegiate tennis players. She noted the importance of her family, education, and how it helps students achieve their dreams. The funds will be given as scholarships to schools like Howard, Tuskegee, and Clark Atlanta University. The Chicago Bulls have retired Derrick Rose's jersey number. The Chicago native was honored at the United Center following a win on Saturday. Rose was emotional when thanking his hometown and fans. He is now one of 5 Bulls players to have his jersey retired, with a special exception. The Bulls franchise has stated nobody is wearing number 1 jersey again unless PJ is a Bull. PJ Rose is a 13-year-old son of Derrick Rose. I guess we'll see if another Bull will wear number 1 in a few years. That's all the sports we have for you tonight, Pirates. I'm Kennedy Kaiser. Back to you, Lathan and Victoria.
Up next,
Summer Walker hits the stage for a tour.
And Sinners breaks records for this year's Oscars.
Stay with us.
Hello, I'm BL Harewood, and I've got some entertainment news for you tonight. Nicki Minaj, more like MAGA Minaj, the rapper is doubling down on being a loud supporter of President Donald Trump. She attended a summit on Wednesday to promote Trump's Gold Card program that launched in late 2025. The program gives foreign investors an opportunity to gain permanent residency for $1 million. Minaj posted an image of her own Trump Gold Card on social media, sparking controversy about her current immigration status. Summer Walker is going on her first ever arena tour. The Still Finally Over It tour will start in Toronto on May 26th and end in London on August 2nd. Other stops include New York, Atlanta, and Charlotte. But Walker isn't coming alone. Joining her will be rapper Mona Leo and singer-songwriter Odile. If you want to sing your heart out with Summer, visit her website to grab your tickets today. Pirates, I have a question. Smoke or stack? This segment highlights a film traveling and winning this award season. Let's get into the standard of Black excellence. Ryan Coogler's Sinners is making Oscar history. The film earned a record-breaking 16 nominations for the 98th Annual Academy Awards. This Warner Brothers horror film is being recognized for Best Picture and Best Director. Michael B. Jordan, playing the twins Smoke and Stack, is up for Best Actor. Supporting actors Delroy Lindo and Wunmi Mosaku are also first-time nominees. Tune in on March 15th to see what Sinners brings home. Hampton alumna Ruth E. Carter becomes the most nominated Black woman in Oscar history. Carter received Oscar nominations for her costume designs in films like Malcolm X and Amistad. Back in 2018, she won an Academy Award in costume design for Black Panther, then won again in 2022 for her work in Wakanda Forever. With her fifth Oscar nomination for costume design in Sinners, Carter truly embodies the standard of excellence. Congratulations. Well, Pirates, that's all the star-studded news I have for you this evening. Lathan and Victoria?
Thanks, BL. Well, thank you, Pirates, for joining us on our very first broadcast of this semester.
To stay up to date on what's new, follow us on social media at WHOV-TV.
We'll see you next time. Good night.
Yay, so great.
That was great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was really nice.
You know,
oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
I love
right.
it.